Okay, so now that we have the entire car taken apart, center console, dash, the whole nine, like I explained at the beginning of the video, we're also doing our footwell lighting at the same time, just to make it easier to hook into the car system and everything else when it comes to wiring. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the light that's attached to the glove box, only because it's right here and it's super easy to have access to. We had already plugged this when we removed the glove box, and so we just have to put this new one back in. And there you go. Plugs into place right there. So now we're going to go to the one on the driver's side. Okay, so on the driver's side here, we have that right there. And what you should be able to do is just kind of put your fingers back and just push down and pop that out. And it has the same connector that we've seen. You're going to push down on the back here. I cannot do this with one hand, but these are the same connectors for everywhere, so we're just going to push that down and then pull it out. Now, I'm actually not going to put this in yet, only because it's going to be easier to connect this when I rewire everything. So I'm just going to leave this here. We will not be using the original connector that came in the car, wherever that wire went. But yeah, so we won't be using that wire anymore. So just tuck that up in there and leave that alone. And we'll run all new wires shortly. Okay, so in the back of the car now, in order to remove the lights that are under the seat, it's going to be almost impossible to film, but I will try. This is from the other side in the back. When you're under there, you'll be able to just feel with your finger. One side is smooth, and then one side has that little notch in it. You see? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you can appreciate that there's like a weird little notch. There we go. But anyway, you can feel that little notch right there from underneath, just feeling with your fingers. So that's what the side that you're going to pull from. Now, I tried using my trim removal tool. I didn't really have a lot of luck. So this pick with the hook worked the best. So I just hooked it under here. Sorry, I tried to do everything with one hand and film. But anyway, I hooked it right there and then just pulled down and the whole thing popped down. So I will do my best to film this, but no guarantees here. All right, so I'm on the driver's side right now, feeling for that notch. Okay, so that notch is facing to the left, which ironically I think was the same way it was facing on the passenger side. There it is. And then just unplug it like always. And you're done. And once again, we leave these wires alone. We will not be reusing that wire. Okay, for the footwell light, we have this very long cable here, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 male ends. These are what will actually connect to your footwell LED lights that we just installed a little bit earlier. And then over here, we have the female end of that long harness. And then this is just like the same harness we had for the dash lights. And we had to make the same modification here and cut those tabs off. But the male end of that will then connect to the female end of this long harness. And then this will actually plug in to the surface lights on the underneath the center console where you have like the surface lights that shine down on the center console. So that way your Footwell lights will match your surface lights, whereas the other harness plugged into the LED lights that attach to the cup holders, and those are line lights. And of course you want your dash lights to line up with the line lights. Sorry if that's all confusing, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and get this installed. One more thing real quick, because it's gonna be hard to show all this in the car. The longest one goes to the passenger back seat, or underneath the passenger seat LED lighting. The next one goes under the driver's seat LED lighting. The one here that's, I don't know, second shortest, that goes to the passenger side Footwell, and the shortest one goes to the driver's side Footwell. Okay, so I did find that having a pair of long needle nose pliers made it easier the second time to grab the zip tie cable back there. If I was smart, I would have had both cables zip tied at the same time and pulled through, but you know, I'm doing this kind of one step at a time. But I was able to do it again, which means it wasn't a fluke the first time. The other little trick is I first wrapped this 2, almost 3 times around the zip tie first, because it's so easy for the zip tie to just get pulled out. So I would make sure I secure it first, and then I take the excess and wrap it around this cable that I'm pulling through. So just a little tip there. But other than that, this is the same as the other one. Pull it through. I'm not going to record this one, and then we'll connect it. Okay, so I'm sure they had their reasons, but this bundle here, where, you know, all 4 cables turn into one here, the one that goes to the driver's side, look how short it is. Like, that's as far as it goes. I'm sure they have the reasons for doing that, and probably part of it is to get this huge bundle, thick part, tucked way back in there so that it's not too hard to push everything back in. I went ahead and ran the cable for the passenger side, same way like we did with the zip ties through there, so no different. That cable is plenty long enough, which will allow me to pull the cable that I need to reach the light way back there underneath everything. But that's kind of where we are. And because of this bundle and the extra wires, that's why I decided to put it on the side of the charger. The hole is also a little bit on the bigger side versus those 2 small wires went through that smaller hole for the dash lights. But now I'm gonna pull this whole bundle slowly. I don't want to pull it too far because I still need this to have access in here. Now the cable, the other harness that attaches here to the car itself, is plenty long, so if I need to, I'll go ahead and attach that cable if I find that this cable is being pulled back behind there, but I don't think it will be. Okay, so let's see here. I ended up pulling, all right, so this is right there how far I had to pull it, and that entire big bundle where they all meet is right here. So you can see, I mean, I had to pull it pretty far in order to get the distance that I needed. And then just like the original wire that we ran for that light, I went behind this bracket, behind here, and then down through the hole where the light is going to attach, and then I just attached it there. And then from here, we should just be able to, let's see, I need to go this way. Let's see here. Sorry. Okay, so this long tab I'm having go towards the left. Yeah, more towards the left, and then boom, pops into place. One done. Okay, real quick, before I move on to the cables that go underneath the seats in the back, I went ahead and attached that harness, the same harness with the T-piece in the male side, and I ran it, same thing, up underneath that hole, same hole that we've been running everything else through. There you go, I can kind of get a better view there. And then I went ahead and attached it. I was just getting worried that this one cable was gonna fall too far back and then I wouldn't be able to reach it. And so now I don't have to worry about that. Now we'll come back to where this connects to, but right now we're gonna work on these really long wires and running them back to underneath the passenger seat and driver's seat. Okay, for the driver's side cable, which is this one right here, I ran it underneath this bracket. Underneath this bracket, you can see it right there. Then I pulled this up and pushed that cable down. Let's see if you can see it there. Down through that space where the carpet is and out. Let's see if I can shine some light down there. Boom. Down there and out that space right there. Okay, this is more of a fill thing than anything, but hopefully I can kind of show you. But right under here, see how it drops right there? Underneath the seat bracket. So I ran the cable down through here and then I pushed it with my hand like this, just feeling for it until I got lucky enough to grab it and pull it down through that little opening. And you can see it right there where my shadow is. And then I pulled that down up. And then I pulled that down through the opening where the original light was, plugged in this light. Now, same thing with that tab. That tab is going to point towards the middle of the car. And let's see here. You want enough slack on that line that as you move your seat forward and backward, like it's going to have enough slack to travel. And all that extra cable will just sit underneath that plastic there. Okay, so that tab facing towards the center console goes up. And then push this little tab in on the left. And everything's in place. I don't know why it looks like it's sticking down there, but it's definitely in there and flush, so we're just gonna leave it. Okay, just like the driver's side, we passed everything down. I'll show you over there in just a minute, but I wanted to point out a couple things. One, using this hook pick really helped for me to get under there. It's just so tight, and just slowly hook it and pull it through. So this was a lifesaver. Just like the one underneath the driver's side, this tab is going to go to the right. So the driver's side one was going to the right towards the center console, and this one's going to the right towards the outside of the car, this tab here. So same direction. Once again, I make sure I have enough slack so that as the seat moves forward and backwards, the cable won't get stretched. But let's see here. Very hard to film, and honestly, I'm doing most of this just by feel at this point. We don't need that OEM connector there. It keeps trying to poke through. Push that little tab in. Looking good. Okay, so just like the driver's side one, I ran the cable underneath this bracket, and then I made sure that, you know, this cable, I'm not going to go above it. I ran it across here and then down through there. Just like last time, I had to pull under there, reach my hand up, grab it, and then it's down there somewhere. There it is, way back there. Now, another option is you could have ran the cable along this side, but it was too tight. Your rear vent is running through there, so I just had more room here. The other reason I liked this side, let's see if I can turn my phone around here, is way back here you have a lot of space to tuck all your excess cable. So I'm just going to take all this excess cable, there's a lot of it, and just push it down here, and then this will kind of honestly just run right along this little space right here. So there's nothing there, you don't have to worry about anything. Just make sure you don't get any of these cables wrapped up. And you can really just push all that excess cable way back in there. And you should be left with almost not seeing anything. So you see the one little loop where it comes across, and the rest of it is just tucked real nice. Looks very professional, very big on wiring. Okay, so now let's work on connecting this T-piece to the car like we did with that first one. Okay, so the ones for the cup holders, I've already said this, but I'm just going to repeat it again, are what we would have labeled as lines. But for under the seats and under the foot, we want that to match the surface, and the surface is what is going to be, you know, the light that comes down on the side. So right here and right here are our two surface lights, and so we're going to tee in the Footwell lights into the surface light. So what I'm going to do is just stay on the driver's side, kind of just like what we did with the cup light. And I'm going to depress that tab and pull this back, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I used a pick, as always, to depress that tab, but there we go. So, just like the first one, I cut the tabs off of that one, and that part that we cut the tabs off, okay, so the part that we cut the tabs off, that gets plugged back in to the OEM one where the light goes. Clicks into place. This one that we just removed, that's black, gets plugged into the other side. So, okay, so I have everything plugged in. This connector here for surface lighting, that big box, I went ahead and pushed it underneath this bracket so that's out the way. Pushed all these cables down as low as I could, and then I want to make sure that these two connectors here are available to be plugged in when I put everything back together. And that's it. I think it's about as clean as it can possibly look, given all the extra wires that we put down in there.